Today, we're exploring some of the most isolated corners of the Earth, hidden islands where time seems to stand still and life thrives in solitude. These 5 remote destinations offer a rare glimpse into worlds untouched by modern life. Before we dive in, make sure to like and subscribe to Baby Eagle. It's free and keeps me inspired to bring you more incredible adventures. Tristan da Cunha, the most remote community on Earth. Tristan da Cunha, an isolated archipelago in the South Atlantic Ocean, is often considered the most remote inhabited place on Earth. Located more than 1,700 miles from the nearest inhabited land, this volcanic island is a true testament to isolation. It was first discovered by Portuguese explorer Tristão da Cunha in 1506, but the island remained largely untouched by humans for centuries due to its harsh, inhospitable environment. In 1810, American explorer Jonathan Lambert claimed the island as his own, though it was eventually annexed by the British in the 19th century, mainly due to its strategic location during colonial times. Today, approximately 250 people live on Tristan da Cunha, residing in the only village, Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. The community is composed mostly of descendants of the island's original settlers, many of whom still carry surnames like Glass, Green, and Repetto, linking them directly to the island's early inhabitants. Despite its remote location, the people of Tristan da Cunha have developed a unique, self-sustaining lifestyle. Fishing plays a vital role in their economy, and they also rely on subsistence farming to provide food. The island's isolation has led to a close-knit community where cooperation and shared responsibility are essential for survival. The island has a small hospital that can handle basic medical needs, but for more serious health issues, residents must be evacuated to South Africa. There is one school that educates the island's children, and a small store provides essential goods. Power is generated by diesel engines, as there are no connections to a larger electrical grid. While these modern conveniences are limited, the people of Tristan da Cunha manage to live comfortably despite the challenges posed by their environment. Tristan da Cunha's natural landscape is as rugged as it is beautiful. The island's volcanic origins have created dramatic cliffs and an environment rich in wildlife. The waters surrounding the island are home to rare seabirds and marine life, making it a haven for scientists and nature enthusiasts. Though Tristan da Cunha is not an easy place to visit, its untouched beauty and resilient inhabitants make it a truly unique part of the world. Pitcairn Island, home to the Bounty Mutineers' descendants. Pitcairn Island, one of the most isolated places on Earth, lies in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, nestled between the distant shores of Chile and New Zealand. With a population of just around 60 people, it is one of the smallest and most remote inhabited islands in the world. Its isolation, combined with its fascinating and complex history, has made Pitcairn a place of intrigue for explorers and historians alike. The island's most famous story dates back to 1789, when a group of British sailors aboard the HMS Bounty, led by Fletcher Christian, mutinied against their captain William Bligh. After seizing control of the ship, the mutineers set sail for safety, eventually finding refuge on the tiny, uninhabited Pitcairn Island. With nowhere else to go and seeking to escape British law, they settled on the island and began a new life. They were not alone, however. Christian and his men had brought along Polynesian women from Tahiti, creating a mixed community that became the foundation of Pitcairn's population. Today, the islanders are mostly descendants of these mutineers and their Polynesian companions, and the community remains tightly knit, though it faces significant challenges. Pitcairn's isolation has kept it largely untouched by modern developments. There are no airports on the island, and the only way to reach Pitcairn is by boat, a journey that can take several days, depending on the weather and sea conditions. For most, the long and arduous journey means that visiting Pitcairn is a rare experience, adding to its allure as a place that feels like a living relic from the past. However, Pitcairn's remoteness also presents challenges. The island has an aging population, and many of its younger residents have chosen to leave for better opportunities elsewhere. As a result, the island's future remains uncertain. With only a few dozen people remaining, the community faces the risk of disappearing altogether, especially as the younger generation increasingly seeks education and work opportunities outside the island. This has sparked concerns about the preservation of the island's unique culture and way of life. Despite these difficulties, the people of Pitcairn work hard to maintain their heritage and way of life. The islanders speak a unique language, a blend of English and Tahitian, known as Pitcairn. This language is a key part of their identity, and it is passed down from generation to generation. The islanders also celebrate their history through reenactments and festivals that commemorate the arrival of the bounty mutineers. These reenactments are more than just historical performances. They are a way of keeping the island's storied past alive for future generations, ensuring that the remarkable tale of Pitcairn continues to be remembered. Craftsmanship is another important aspect of island life, with residents creating traditional items like wooden carvings and woven goods that reflect both their Polynesian and British roots. These crafts are not only sold to tourists, but also serve as symbols of the island's resilience and creativity in the face of adversity. For those fortunate enough to visit Pitcairn, the island offers a rare and unparalleled glimpse into a world that seems to have stood still for centuries. Its breathtaking natural beauty, combined with its rich and tumultuous history, makes it an extraordinary destination. Though it is facing numerous challenges, Pitcairn Island remains a symbol of survival, culture, and the enduring legacy of the bounty mutineers, whose actions so long ago forever changed the course of the island's history. Palmerston Island, a family-oriented island in the Pacific. Situated about 2,000 miles northeast of New Zealand, Palmerston Island is one of the most remote inhabited islands in the Pacific. Home to around 62 people, it is a place where isolation has fostered a unique and resilient way of life. The islanders are all descendants of William Masters, an Englishman who arrived on the island in the 1860s, bringing with him a group of Polynesian women. Over the generations, this small community has remained close-knit, with strong family ties and a lifestyle centered around self-sufficiency and cooperation. Life on Palmerston Island is marked by its simplicity and reliance on the land and sea. With no stores, banks, or other modern conveniences, the islanders survive through fishing and small-scale agriculture. The surrounding waters provide an abundance of fish, while the island's fertile soil supports the cultivation of crops like coconuts, taro, and breadfruit. However, this self-sufficiency is not without its challenges. The island has no natural freshwater sources, so water is collected from rainfall, a vital resource that requires careful management. Power on the island is generated by diesel generators, which provide about 6 hours of electricity each day, and there is no public transportation or communication infrastructure beyond a single satellite phone. Reaching Palmerston Island is a difficult and lengthy journey. There are no airports, and the only access is by boat, which can take days depending on weather and sea conditions. This remoteness has meant that the island's residents are rarely visited by outsiders, and the island itself remains largely untouched by the outside world. The lack of modern amenities has shaped the island's way of life, where community, family, and mutual support are the cornerstones of daily existence. The isolation has also preserved a sense of timelessness on Palmerston, where traditions passed down through generations continue to guide the islanders in their daily activities. For those fortunate enough to visit, Palmerston offers a rare opportunity to witness a lifestyle that feels like a step back in time. Every day on the island is a testament to the strength of family bonds, resourcefulness, and the beauty of living in harmony with nature. In a world that moves ever faster, Palmerston Island stands as a reminder of the enduring power of simplicity and the resilience of communities living far from the bustle of modern life. St. Helena, Napoleon's last exile and a hidden gem of isolation. St. Helena, one of the most remote islands in the world, is best known as the place where Napoleon Bonaparte spent his final years in exile. Located more than 1,200 miles from the nearest continental landmass on the coast of Africa, this volcanic island lies in the South Atlantic Ocean, making it one of the most isolated spots on the planet. First discovered by Portuguese explorers in 1502, St. Helena became an important stop for ships traveling between Europe, Africa, and Asia during the colonial era, as it was strategically positioned along key maritime trade routes. The island's remote location made it a desirable site for the British to exile Napoleon in 1815, where he would live until his death in 1821. Today, St. Helena is home to around 4,500 people, affectionately referred to as Saints. Its population is a blend of British, African, and Asian heritage, creating a unique and diverse cultural tapestry. The island's rich history is reflected in its architecture, traditions, and local customs, which are a mix of influences from both its colonial past and its more recent connections with the wider world. Despite its small size, the island has a vibrant community life where neighbors know each other by name, and a slow-paced, relaxed lifestyle prevails. Getting to St. Helena, however, has never been easy. For centuries, the only access to the island was by ship, with long and arduous sea voyages from South Africa. In 2017, the island opened its first airport, offering limited flights, but the airport remains affected by unpredictable weather conditions that often disrupt flight schedules. As a result, travel to St. Helena remains a challenge, and the island's isolation is part of its allure. Despite these difficulties, St. Helena's natural beauty, historical significance, and tranquil environment offer a unique opportunity to experience a lifestyle that feels suspended in time. The island's dramatic landscapes, which include lush hills, volcanic peaks, and beautiful coastlines, provide a stunning backdrop to daily life. The island is also home to a wealth of endemic species, making it a haven for nature enthusiasts. For those who venture to St. Helena, it offers the rare chance to experience living history. The island is steeped in the past, Napoleon's tomb, the remnants of colonial architecture, and the stories of its early settlers are woven into the island's very fabric. Yet, despite its deep historical roots, St. Helena is very much alive with a sense of community and a lifestyle untouched by the rush of modernity. Visitors come for the opportunity to step back in time, to live amidst history, and to experience a peaceful and isolated paradise that has largely remained unchanged for centuries. Socotra, an island of otherworldly beauty and ancient traditions. Socotra, an island in the Indian Ocean located approximately 220 miles off the coast of Yemen, is often described as one of the most alien-looking places on Earth. Part of the Socotra archipelago, which includes 3 other smaller islands, it stands out for its unparalleled biodiversity and strikingly unique landscapes. Home to around 60,000 people, Socotra is an isolated paradise, often called the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean, due to its extraordinary number of endemic species. The island's ecosystem is unlike any other, with over a third of its plant life found nowhere else in the world. One of the most iconic features of Socotra is the dragon's blood tree, Dracaena cinnabari. This tree, with its umbrella-shaped canopy and red resin that flows from its bark, known as dragon's blood, looks as if it were taken from a science fiction movie. The resin has been used for centuries by local inhabitants for medicinal purposes, dyes, and incense. The dragon's blood tree is just one example of Socotra's extraordinary plant life, which also includes the bottle tree, with its bizarre, swollen trunks, and the frankincense tree, whose resin has been valued for thousands of years. The people of Socotra, mostly Bedouins and descendants of ancient Arab traders, have lived in relative isolation for centuries. Their lifestyle is deeply intertwined with the land, and they have developed an intimate knowledge of the island's plants and natural resources. They have long used the native flora for medicinal purposes, with plants like the aloe socotrina, a type of aloe, being used for treating burns and other ailments. The islanders also rely on local resources for food and shelter, and the climate and environment have shaped much of their culture. Socotra's isolation has allowed it to preserve its ancient way of life and language, Socotri, a unique Semitic language distinct from Arabic and spoken only on the island. This language is largely unchanged by modern influences and provides a fascinating window into the island's history. The traditional practices of the islanders, from their agricultural methods to their methods of fishing and building, have been passed down for generations. The island's landscape is equally as distinctive as its flora and fauna. Socotra is home to striking white sand beaches, rugged mountains, caves, and deep valleys, creating a dramatic contrast between its desert-like terrain and lush coastal areas. The island's harsh, arid climate and relatively low population density have helped preserve its untouched beauty, making it a paradise for those interested in nature, adventure, and history. Despite its allure, Socotra faces many challenges. Its isolation, while helping preserve its culture and environment, also limits economic development and access to modern amenities. The island's infrastructure is underdeveloped, and there are no major roads or airports, making transportation difficult. Until recently, the only way to reach Socotra was by boat. But in 2015, a small airport was opened, offering limited flights from mainland Yemen. However, due to political instability in the region, flights are often sporadic, and the island remains relatively inaccessible to tourists. This isolation, however, has also meant that Socotra has remained one of the most pristine and undisturbed destinations on Earth, with careful management ensuring that tourism is both sustainable and non-intrusive. In recognition of its extraordinary biodiversity and natural beauty, Socotra was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008. The island's fragile ecosystem is carefully protected, and conservation efforts are in place to maintain its unique status. Tourism to Socotra is still relatively limited, with only a small number of visitors allowed each year, ensuring that the island remains an unspoiled gem. For those who are able to visit, Socotra offers a rare opportunity to step back in time and experience a place where nature and human culture have coexisted in harmony for centuries. The island is a haven for those seeking adventure, natural beauty, and the chance to witness one of the world's most unique ecosystems. Whether you are exploring its striking landscapes, learning about the island's ancient traditions, or marveling at the surreal plants and animals that call it home, Socotra offers an experience like no other. These islands aren't just remote. They're living testaments to peace, tradition, and ways of life that have endured through the ages. From ancient cultures to pristine ecosystems, each one offers a unique glimpse into a world few have ever seen. Which of these extraordinary places captured your imagination? Drop a comment below and let us know. And before you go, be sure to like and subscribe to Baby Eagle for more incredible journeys. Until next time, see you on the next adventure.